A weird noise.
What is that exactly? So
it's
tea?
a Mayer lemon black tea. I don't like I like tea without sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I go to restaurants and I get tea, I just never put sugar in it. I like the dirty water taste.
Like
I
the
guess.
dirty water taste. Yeah.
So hopefully this tastes like that.
Well, cheers. It's been a long freaking time since we've done this.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, contrary to what it may seem, this is not the podcast.
This is not the podcast. I was kind of in that mode because we're on the futon. We've got the whole setup. We're at your house. So Tales from Retail, we're going to be discussing how to get a job at Walmart, because I have had some people ask in the comment section after I did the GameStop how to get a job video.
Right.
And so we can discuss that. Now
we're here just simply because you had to get things that I had.
Yes, get some boxes because we're moving.
We're moving for the 9th time.
Yeah, I really hope this is the last time for a while.
Yeah.
But that remains to be seen.
So we decided to do a little impromptu Tales from Retail here at my house.
Indeed.
So that's why there's no picture of some mongoloid in the background.
No, that's always a fun time.
This is Darth Vader.
He's kind of a mongo.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, you believe this old wrinkly, demon man.
He's like a demon, right? Here's Mega Mong X.
There's Mega Mong X.
So
those are cool.
Yeah.
I thankfully still haven't hung mine up, so it'll be really easy to move it.
You might as well. The way we move, you might not want to hang anything up.
Yeah. Let's take down all those soundproofing things. Hopefully I don't tear apart the wall.
Life is what it is.
I won't be living there, right?
It's not my house, right?
Okay.
All right.
Let's get in the topic. We're like 4 minutes in. I'm sure a million people have already started complaining. So, how to get a job at Walmart. For me, it was... I mean, you got a job at Walmart twice, right? So you've got 2 different times.
I got 3.
3? So there
3.
you go. We got enough for a video.
Yeah.
So, basically, I walked in during one of... I was just hanging out with Steven.
Yeah.
He was doing one of his midnight things, and I didn't have a job at the time because GameStop had shut down.
Right.
I was just happily living off of the severance that I was getting, and then I was running low on money. I was like, I don't like having just negative money every month. This is kind of painful. So I was like, all right, you're talking about how a job here isn't that bad.
Yeah.
It looks like you guys are fucking around having fun because it was like some Star Wars midnight
launch
thing.
Yeah, we were doing the midnight. I had to work a split shift that day, too, because Steven was going to do the Star Wars thing, and he didn't want to do it alone. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. It'll be fun to do with Steven.
Yeah.
And it was to, set up for, toys or something.
It was a toys launch, yeah.
And so I worked, 4 hours during the day and then came back, hours and hours and hours later until midnight for, another 4 hours or something like that. So that was cool because we got to have Star Wars hats.
Exactly. Yeah, you guys seemed like you actually were having fun. It didn't seem like it was going to be that bad of a place to work, but of course, I feel like that was I know the golden age was already over at that point.
Yeah.
But I saw a glimpse of what you guys were talking about when it came to the golden age, because you guys were fucking around. It was really lighthearted.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was fine. It definitely didn't feel like it was as strict as it was when I started working there.
No.
And it didn't feel super strict when I first started working there, but it definitely got worse over time. And I basically, Steven's like, hey, this guy needs a job to, I don't even know what her name is.
Oh, I know who it is, yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, just put in a resume. I was like, okay. And then I put in my resume, and then they're like, yeah, you're hired, whatever. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, you're getting paid more than everybody in your department. And I'm like,
yeah,
cool.
I'm
down
was
with
sad
that.
for me.
Yeah. It's don't tell anyone because you're being paid almost as much as the managers in the department. And I'm like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
So it's just, I was like, cool. So I was getting paid immediately, probably $2 to $3 more than when I was a manager at GameStop.
Oh, wow.
So that was cool. I was like, this is awesome. I'm like making a lot more money than I was at the last place, and it's not so bad so far. And then I wanted to blow my brains out after like a couple months because I get constant headaches. I had like this massive bottle of Advil in my locker because I just kept getting headaches from the lights and just everything there. But basically, she was supposed to ask me a bunch of questions before, like she was supposed to basically do an interview.
Yeah.
But she just told me up front, well, you got the job, but I just have to ask you this.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then she tried to set me up with her daughter, which was weird.
I didn't know she had a daughter.
No, it was a different lady.
Oh.
It was one of the HR people.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird. It was really strange. I was like, what?
That should have been a sign right there.
Yeah, that was the first red flag of Walmart. I was like,
now that you have a job, you have to date my daughter. We're paying really you more than everybody else in your department. You have to sleep with my daughter. By the way, she's a monster.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know beforehand, you're not going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Syphilis in your future. It's coming
At least one STD.
At least one.
But it was like...
That's my girl.
I was just kind of... What now?
Yeah.
And then she, like, I think saw the shock and horror in my face. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
It's okay. Oh, this is not what I signed up for. And then got the job easily, did the CBLs, which are the most boring, annoying thing in the world. But it was still better than being out on the floor, so it actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically the easiest job I've ever gotten. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, for me, the very first time. I was working at the movie theater that's right next to that.
Which is where Adam worked.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
But you didn't work there at the same time ever?
No, he worked there after me.
Okay. That would have been interesting.
I was there for, I think, maybe about a month and a half to 2 months. And then I was working nights a lot, which meant I didn't get off till about 2 a.m. at the movie theater.
Adam did that a lot. He was miserable.
And it was awful. It really did suck. And so I remember just applying. Because at that time, I don't know if they have them anymore. At least I don't think ours does. But Walmart had a kiosk where you apply.
Oh, like Target?
Yeah, exactly like Target.
I don't know if Target still does.
And our Walmart had one of those. I don't think they do anymore, though. I haven't seen it. And I just went in there one day and filled out an application. And probably maybe a few days later, I got a call to come in for an interview. So I said, okay, this is going to be great. So I interviewed with an older guy. He had been long gone. He transferred stores, but he was one of the managers that I had started with there.
Oh, okay.
And so he was interviewing me, and they started talking about, well, we really need overnight cashiers. Would you be interested in that? And I was already, like, at least at the movie theater, I was getting out at 2 a.m. and not the whole overnight.
Yeah, that's even worse.
So I was like, I guess I'd rather stay at the movie theater. So I just told him straight up, I was like, to be honest with you, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to do that. And he's like, oh, well, that's fine, because we got a position in electronics. Would you want to do that
instead? Just tried to pawn off the worst job on you up front. Went, oh, okay, that's fine. Would you like this better job that pays more?
How about electronics? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. I'll do that. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to ask you these stupid questions. And the dumbest thing about interviews, I don't care where it is, whether it's, Walmart or any other place like that, they follow the same formula in the sense that they ask you the same question at least 5 times. And it's hard to give a different answer every time because they want a different answer for the same question every time. But if you can do it, basically, it's almost just like a test to see if you're a normal human being. Mm-hmm. And you can answer a question. And if you can, you're golden. That's fine. It's retail. Don't stress too much about it.
It's not too difficult. It's not a rigorous...
If this is your first time getting a job and you need just something temporarily, go in, have a conversation with a person, and you basically got it. Don't be weird. Don't talk about fingering your sister or weird things like that. Because they'll still give you a job, they'll just put you in a bad department.
So, they'll make you work overnight.
Yeah, because that's where you would belong if you fingered your sister. There's a whole different breed of people overnight.
There's a subsection of people.
Yeah, it's an interesting class. So that was the first time, and I remember, oddly enough, it's so strange, but Walmart drug tests, which, or maybe they didn't when they had you do it, but I was definitely.
I think you're right. Maybe, yeah.
They definitely drug tested me because I had never been drug tested before, and so.
It's weird that to me that Walmart drug tests.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I feel like they're just the type of company that as long as you can breathe, you can be employed there. They don't care what.
It's like, why are you guys being picky? You're Walmart. Come on.
So, oh wow. So I drug tested, and it was the most awkward experience because I couldn't piss. Like, it was weird to me.
Did you have to piss in front of somebody?
No, I had to pee in a cup, but like I just didn't have to pee at that time, so I had to like just down Cokes.
I drank a bunch of water before. Yeah.
So, anyway, I did that.
I hate drug tests. Yeah, because it's just awkward. Just pissing in a cup. I'm like, I don't want to be doing this.
I've done it so much now, it's a breeze. Because at this point, it's kind of funny to me because it's just like, where's my pee?
I don't know. It's just weird to me. You got to go to like some like, not, what is it?
It's like a.
What are they called?
Urgent cares, basically, is what it is.
You have to go to an urgent care, and then you just to sit out there and wait, and there's only sick people, and I don't like being in places where sick people are.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird.
Which is like 98% of places.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't go places. That's why I don't work with the public, because I don't want to be around sick people. So like you're like perfectly healthy, but you're there, so you just kind of feel out of place and weird.
You have to sit like away from it because there's like 14 kids.
I don't want to like touch anything.
All 14 kids belong to the same woman.
Oh yeah, and there's like diseases just all over the chairs, and
each kid has something else. Like, no kid has the same disease. It's gross. So they're bad places. I'm not a fan of them either. But then you go in a room, you pee in a cup. They tell you not to flush the toilet, so you sprinkle all kinds of pee all over the toilet seat to fuck with them, and then you leave.
Pee on the handle.
You pee on the handle. You pee on the floor, and they ask, "Did you get any in the cup?" I'm like, no.
No.
You gotta go. You gotta go test the seat.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
No, please don't.
Never mind. You're fine. I don't think. I mean,
we'll just say you're clean.
You do act like you're on drugs, obviously, but I don't think we'll just get you out. You belong with Walmart. You're gonna do them a favor.
You'll fit right in.
So that was the first time.
Okay.
I can get into more unless you want to tell more stories. But.
I got nothing. I only got employed.
You did it. You were only employed once. Yeah. And the reason that I had really worked there as much as I hated it as many times as I did is because I was good at it. Mm-hmm. It was the thing that like I felt the most comfortable with was retail, and the more that I was doing retail, the more I started to grow disgusted with the thought of interacting with people. So that's why I had to get out of it.
Yeah.
The second time, because I had been fired the first time, very stupidly, I watched a video in the back room that said, I think it said fuck. I think that's what it is. Back room, not on the sales floor. Just me.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And a manager happened to walk by, and then, so I got canned. Everybody thought it was stupid, including all of like my management over electronics. So once the mongoloid that fired me moved to a different store, they were like, "You just come back. That was done."
Okay, so that's good.
But that was the third time. So the second time I worked at the one that you live closest to now.
Oh, okay.
So I worked at that one because I had one of my managers at the first Walmart. She had transferred to that one. And I said, I need somewhere to go. Can you help me out? She's like, yeah, sure. Just come in and we'll get you all set up.
Oh, nice.
So there I worked in grocery, so I was just putting away shit all day long. And it was fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, how was that?
I enjoyed it because I didn't really have to show people how to do anything.
No, you just put shit away.
And then somebody asked where the sugar is, and I just say it's over there. They're a big... Fun fact for everybody out there, because I can't stand when people do this. There were big signs over each aisle in grocery that tell you what are in these aisles. And if they don't, just kind of make an assumption of which aisle you think that would be in and go there. Don't bother the people that work there. Use your brain and use your eyes. You have them. Some people don't, and they're very upset that mongoloids have them and that they don't. So, just saying, just read. Because I hate you if you don't. So that was fine. The only reason that I had to get out of that, that was not necessarily because it was an awful experience, but I was living here at
It's
that
a
time.
long drive.
So that drive, and plus I drive a truck.
You basically were just paying for your gas.
That's basically what it was. And I had even told the person that hired me back on, I was like, I love you. Thank you for doing this for me, but it's pointless. I'm not really making anything here. Because I was also part-time. So that was
You're definitely not making anything.
So, the third time, and last, hopefully, that I had applied there, I was working for a... I don't know, I guess you could call a vendor called Anderson Merchandising. And do you remember the Asian vendor?
He's cool.
I was his partner.
That's funny.
So I was working with him. And I literally was getting like maybe 15 hours a week. And I was like, I can't. I loved this job. It was great. I'd go in at 6 in the morning and I'd get out at like 1 every day.
That's great.
It was awesome. And then I never worked weekends either. So that was cool. But I needed more money.
Yeah.
So we were doing something in the electronics department that we worked in, and I remember talking to somebody there and was like, do you guys need anybody? I can do photo, I can do electronics, I can do wireless. I just got to get more hours. Even part-time here is going to give me more hours than what I'm having part-time now.
Yeah.
So they went in, talked to somebody and was like, hey, he's interested in working here again. And they're like, well, it was dumb why he got fired in the first place. So just have him apply and we'll go through the motions. And then same thing as you, basically. I went in and they were like, we have to ask you these questions. But, I mean...
We tried to force their daughter upon you.
Thank Christ, no. It wasn't that person. So... but yeah, so I just went in, answered the dumb same question, and then worked there for, I don't know how long, probably... You were there what?
I was there like 8 months.
8 months, and I was there... I don't know how long I had been there before you started.
That was the longest 8 months of my life. That was awful.
Yeah, it was...
Truly terrible.
Something else.
It was definitely the most miserable job I've ever had.
Believe it or not, it's not mine, so...
What was yours?
It used to be Best Buy.
That's so crazy to me.
I couldn't stand Best Buy. I hated everybody in that store, with the exception of a few people. But it was just the people that I worked with. They sucked.
Yep.
And that definitely can make or break a job for
100%.
anyone, really. Yeah. Other than that, Office Max. Office Max really...
Sounded really boring.
Yeah, it was really awful. Some of the people were just dog shit, but then it was weird. It was two sides, literally, of the opposites. Like, either the people that I worked with were complete dog shit, or the people that I worked with were literally the coolest people ever. So it was...
Did it just depend on the shift?
Yeah, it just depend, because some of them, had certain availabilities and all that. So, but a lot of it was, for Office Max, that sucked, is there were sales goals involved. Mm-hmm. And we had to cut hours, which put me from the sales floor to a cashier. Yet somehow I was...
You can't get sales goals if you're a cashier. That doesn't make sense.
And they were expecting me to figure it out, basically. So that's when I was kind of like, nah, that's okay. I'm kind of over it. But, I mean, I guess that's another...
How does anybody make their sales goals? Because, like I said, whenever I go in there, it's just a ghost town.
Believe it or not, it's busy.
I've never seen it busy.
It was always busy.
Even on Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday there is a joke.
It's just nothing.
Black Friday is like a slow day for Walmart.
You were there when we went Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, right? I went in there with you because you got a chair, I think.
Yeah, there was nobody in there.
Yeah, and
we're like, can I get one of those chairs? And they're like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh my God, there's a customer in here.
Oh shit, why are you here? Target's over there.
You're in the wrong red store. But yeah, so that kind of sucked. But
they'll be going out of business soon.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it.
It's in worse condition than GameStop somehow.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your card being destroyed? By the way, your Pop Rewards card.
That's the stupid. What? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just trying to go down. I think they're just trying to move it forward.
I understand sort of where they're coming from, but I also don't, because I think it should be an either or just include it as like an extra.
Yeah.
but they're raising the price of it and getting rid of the main thing.
Yeah. The only time I've ever paid for this card is when I initially signed up for it. Ever since then, I've used points.
Yeah.
So is the point value increasing?
Probably gonna be 20,000 instead of 15,000. It'll be $20 instead of 15.
Yeah, I never use those points, so.
Yeah, it's because they're coupons now.
Yeah.
I talked about that and like the de-evolution of it because I used to have hats.
You get prizes.
I had like a couple belt buckles when I used to wear one of those.
I got an Assassin's Creed necklace once because I was like, I don't know what to use these points on. So I got an Assassin's Creed and then never wore it.
I got those like magnetic ball things. There was like 50 or 100 of them and you could make shapes out of them and it was pretty cool. It was like a fun like little desk toy.
Like how this is a Walmart episode.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. We're on this futon. It's okay now.
It's fine. It gives us a free pass. We're at 20-something minutes in.
But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. If you are starting out, I think it has to be dependent on the Walmart, apparently, because I mean,
What do you mean?
As far as your experience goes, because the other Walmart that I worked at that you live next to wasn't even close. Like I never had problems.
Really?
There, like
for the management.
Yeah. So
doesn't Captain Useless work at that one
now? He did, and then now he doesn't. I don't know what happened to him.
They took him out back.
They're like, we saw a video of two idiots that called you Captain Useless. First off, they're right. Second, we're putting you down.
We're gonna put you in the trash compactor.
Yeah, you just.
You're a demon, right?
He's like a demon, right? Hey, big man, why don't you put me in that compactor? But
Hey, gang.
Hey, gang. It's just me, just one guy. I don't know why you're calling me gang. Yeah, if you're starting out and you're young and you're starting your first job, it sounds like GameStop is probably a more positive experience if you like video games.
Who knows how long they're going to be around for. And
whereas Walmart, I mean, I don't know how GameStop was. He does. I don't. But from my personal experience, go in there, make friends, because that's gonna be what makes it for you. The best part about going to Walmart every day to work was knowing that I got to get paid to hang out with my friends, basically.
That's how I feel about GameStop.
Unless you work at a shitty one like we did and they don't allow you to have friends.
No.
But for the most part, I mean, we were, before it got worse for some reason, going to hang out with my friends and getting paid for it was amazing. So
yeah, that was the huge perk at GameStop too, because I definitely became friends with pretty much everybody. Maybe not the store managers most of the time because they were always kind of odd people. I guess you kind of have to be a store manager. The store manager at the mall GameStop, he's pretty cool, but man, a lot of the managers I had were just weird.
They were
really weird. Like Ponytail Man was kind of weird.
Ponytail Man.
The short guy was kind of weird.
Man. Yeah.
Wasn't a huge fan of him. Didn't like the fat guy
with the little chomo stash.
Yeah, he
just was kind of a dick.
He just wasn't like somebody you could talk to.
Yeah, he wasn't an approachable person.
Yeah,
he almost seemed like he should have been a bouncer.
Yeah,
that's the vibe.
He used to, I guess, be like a bodybuilder.
That went to shit, apparently.
And it went to shit. Yeah, he just stopped doing it. So like, he probably kept consuming the same amount of calories, cut out the exercise.
Yeah, and then just became a boulder.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he reminds me of. A boulder with a Fu Manchu. It's just like if Golem from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Just grew facial hair. That was him.
Yeah, it was.
And an earring. He had like an earring or two earrings or something like that.
So did the goblin guy.
But all little goblin man had earrings.
I think he had earrings too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, I mean, what I would do is if you need a job and it's going to be your first job and you're thinking of applying at Walmart, go to a couple departments and ask the people that work there.
See who works there.
Yeah, see who works there.
That's the big thing.
That's an important one too.
See what the people are like that work there. If they seem like people you don't want to be around, you probably shouldn't work there. I would recommend working at like Target seems pretty chill. I know you didn't have too bad of a time. It was just hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, hours was the biggest problem.
Their pay, right now, I think it's like starting 13.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's 13 an hour. GameStop, I don't know what their pay is. It's probably still shit. So if you're looking for like real money, GameStop's not it. Yeah. Unless you have a completely open schedule and you can bust your ass and try to become a manager where you've got full-time hours pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
And because like there's a huge difference, like go there obviously.
Yeah,
and
location
and look at the people.
Really matters.
Think of it as, are these people that you could see yourself clocking out and going to a bar with, or are you looking at people that hang out at GameStop at the middle of the night dressed like Sora from Kingdom Hearts? Because you're gonna get the best of both worlds there. Maybe you pick and choose. It's like choosing the shitty Skittle.
Yeah.
You know, like I just want the red Skittles.
Yeah.
Look for your red Skittles at Walmart. That's all I'm saying. Ask around. Ask if management is good.
Yeah, that's a good idea. See if they actually enjoy. If they look miserable and
dead inside, maybe not.
Don't work there.
Do that.
Anything else?
No, that's basically it. Maybe try for garden. Garden center doesn't seem too bad, to be honest with you. I feel like I've never seen the garden person like. Ugh.
Yeah, garden was pretty chill.
Yeah.
Maybe not here because it's hot as shit.
Yeah.
But
if you work somewhere with nice temperatures.
Yeah.
You know. Other than that, but what else do you have to say? Is that it?
I think that's it. I mean, we gave some decent advice for how to pick out the right store.
Yeah.
If there's security cameras literally everywhere on the ceiling, you probably don't want to work there.
Truthfully, half of them don't work.
I mean, like if it looks like the store's worried about.
Oh yeah, like if it's a fortress. We worked at GameStop. We worked at what's called an academy store. So their standards are held to a higher, point, I guess. Yeah. That's why everything was so strict. That's why it was everybody's got to be doing something at a.
Oh, is that why?
Time. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So maybe if you don't have one of those stores, there's a little bit more leniency on what you're doing, and how much they care about how unproductive you are.
But yeah, just location. 100%. Location matters. The employees matter. Because they're going to be your coworkers. You're going to be spending 8 hours a day with them. And if you don't enjoy who you work with, it makes it so much worse. And I think that's why my Walmart experience was so bad. Was because I hated pretty much everybody except for you and Steven.
Yeah, we had
everybody else was awful.
We had a department of Mongoloids for the most part.
Old
man is great, though.
Old man was cool. He was cool, but I couldn't really relate to him or really talk to him about anything.
Yeah, I just liked hearing. He's still there. I was there today.
Wow.
And I heard him.
That is horrifying.
Yeah.
If I was that old and I was still working at Walmart, against my will, I'd probably kill myself. I'd just wheel myself off the Grand Canyon.
Wheel yourself, huh?
Yeah, I'm old. I don't care.
Some people want to. Just as something to do. You know what's weird, though? Well, not weird, but I guess I can get it, is... I mean, they're just working there for something to do, so they don't have to give a shit.
But it's Walmart. The lights and the people you work with, and the environment. It's just... It's not... Like, I could see working at, a small little mom and pop shop is it's just something to do. So, hopefully some of these tips have helped. Hopefully this will... help you pick the correct Walmart. Or not pick any Walmart, because that's probably a better option.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a better store or something out there you can choose from. And, of course, as always, comment down below if you've got any other questions, any other video ideas, because running very low. Seriously. I mean, it's...
And pretty soon...
The checklist is
If the list goes empty... It's like Thanos, and we just dust away.
Yeah.
And I know none of you care and probably want to see that happen.
There'll be 0 comments because of that. They'll be like, oh, just let them die.
Just get them dusted. Just get them dusted. Just get them out.
Hashtag get them dusted.
Before we get dusted, though, somebody please put Chloe down. I think we've earned that much.
I think so.
And that's it.
So thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, where are you looking off?
It's fucking penguins over there. Look at that smug-ass polar bear.
Oh.
And you. You know who you are.
Have a fantastic day. See you guys.